Hi everyone, it's Cindy Welu with the Welcome Home team at Keller Williams Realty Elite. Today I want to talk about mistake number 3 that home sellers often make when they sell their home. And that is not preparing, or not preparing enough, or sometimes not even at all. Sometimes people have to decide in a quick second, or maybe they're looking through a house magazine or online and they're like, oh my gosh, I love that house. Let's sell ours. Let's sell ours and move, right? So it's on a whim, or, there's a change in their life that hits them all of a sudden and they're like, oh my gosh, I have to sell my house. Job transfer, things like that. It causes a lot of stress, anxiety, and it's going to seem very overwhelming if you don't get your ducks in a row and you don't plan and prepare. Selling is stressful enough, as we all know, and it could take a toll on you physically, mentally, and emotionally. So to try to keep that to a minimum, instead of saying prepare, what I would suggest is that there's 10 questions to ask yourself when you're getting ready to sell. And the answer to those, or the lack of an answer to those, will help you prepare for the move and for selling your property. So the first one is what repairs are needed. A lot of people are confused by this. They think needed, wanted, should I, shouldn't I, where's the best return on investment? You can either have contractors give you bids on that, or call your local real estate professional and we'll come out and we'll go over what repairs should be done for sure, which ones will get you more money and which ones will not make a difference, because we know the return on your money is very important. What maintenance is needed. So the difference between repairs and maintenance would be, is the yard overgrown? Is the paint faded, right, on the exterior of the house? Are all of my front flowers dead? Can't say I'm speaking from experience there, but I'm not selling tomorrow, which is good. But those kind of things are maintenance. Or does the house have to have a deep clean before we're able to sell? Do I have the paperwork for any insurance claims on the house, any updates that you've done, any construction, if you added a porch, a deck, did you finish the basement? Just to have all that information so we could pass on to potential home buyers. What is my timing? This is usually the most stressful thing for people. Do I move out first? Do I sell and then move out? Do I buy? Do I rent? I'm moving to a different area. What do I do first? The timing, and especially along with the school schedule too. Do I move now when my children only have, 1 month left, versus wait until after summer? That's just an example. Do I need to sell before I buy? Will I rent first if I need to? Those are 2 very important questions. If you really do want to buy and move, and it would be easier for you and your family to move first, talk to your local lender and see if you qualify to do that first before you do. Otherwise, renting, if you're wanting to rent to see about an area where you actually want to be, I would suggest making sure that you're not locked in for long term, and that there's some flexibility with that as well. What is my plan A, my plan B, my plan C, and so on for moving? Am I going to pack everything up myself? Am I going to hire packers? Am I going to move locally so I can just load up my vehicle 20 times and move it myself? Will I ask friends to help me move? Am I going to hire a moving company? Am I going to hire packers, right? Yeah, plan A, plan B. Do I need to move in, to my parents just until move into a new place, right? There's all different options for people. What expenses will this add? A lot of people get overwhelmed when they have to quick make a lot of repairs or maintenance. Just to know ahead of time and have a grasp of that, I think helps people. Of course, the expenses of selling. There's commission with real estate professionals. There are fees with iBuyer programs. There are marketing expenses with for sale by owner. There are closing costs that you will be required to pay. The state deed tax in Minnesota, which is $3.30 per thousand from your sale price, etc. So just to make a list of those so you're aware. Do I have storage for all my extra items before moving? Because you want to declutter, you want to take all the extra stuff out of your house. Do you have room in your storage space, or do you have room in your garage? Or should you be temporarily renting a storage unit just to make it easier for you? And then the last question is, how are you going to sell? So of course, there's options. You can go for sale by owner. I would suggest you only do that if you know what you're doing or have done it in the past, especially these days. There's just a lot of details, and there's a lot that the industry has changed and the way transactions are done. There's iBuyer programs. We buy ugly houses, Zillow offers, things like that, to where maybe you don't want to do any maintenance and you don't want to have to show it, and you just want someone to buy it from you, and that might work for you. A lot of times that does end up costing more than your last option, which is using a real estate professional, because they put and they subtract the cost of the repairs and any maintenance they need to do, as well as any updates they feel they need to do to resell it. Those fees are usually always charged or taken off the equity of the house. So there you have it. The third mistake is just not preparing. So the best way to avoid this one is to prepare. Again, if you have any questions, or if you'd like me to add something to this list, please let me know. And we look forward to being your local real estate resource. Have a great day.